Well, we haven't met our daily money goal yet, and we still have to do one more ride before the night ends. Might as well do that while we wait for Savy. We are in Les Rouges. Oh, that's a district name. I thought that was the name of the club. Our customers are all in Outer Lands. Aganon, 3 stars. Nourish me, all ye in pain. I gather my strength to rise once again. The Book of Metawopian. Okay. Luke Howard. Neocab Prime. Not sure what that means. Strategic Intelligence Analyst. Here there be opinions. Engage at own risk. Klaus Berg. Student of the world. Any opinions expressed on this feed are mine and mine alone. Okay. Well, to begin with, going over there is kind of a trek. We should probably charge up. 138? That's even more than the other one. What? This is 132. 209. Holy crap, that's expensive. 94. See, these places are cheaper because they're further out, right? This one's pretty cheap too. Makes sense, I guess. If our customers are all in here, and there's a charging station here that's kind of cheap, I think we should go here. Biodiesel available. Charging up before I was running low? My dad would be so proud. Each bar would set me back 110, about what I expect these days. If you make money with your car, it's important to make sure it's always full. I continued my way. Now, in terms of customers, I feel like obviously you would want to pick the one with the highest rating. Although I am curious what Neocab Prime means. And this one, I don't know. He's 3 stars and he doesn't even have an actual picture. It's taking me all the way back here though. I don't think I care about the destination in the end. Yeah, this one is nice though because we end up right next to a charge station and he's the highest star rating anyway, so I feel like, hey, let's go. When I arrived, Klaus was waiting with someone on the pavement. He gave me a blank nod and extinguished his cigarette on a streetlight. Very cool, I guess. Good evening. Hello. Oh, we have 2 people here. Were those German accents? I used to keep track of how many different accents I'd hear in a night. I hadn't heard German in ages. I'm sorry, but I can't do a German accent. No, let's not bring it up. They seem pretty quiet, and I don't want to, like, freak them out. You, as a cab driver, I feel like you have to match your level of talkativeness to the passengers. If they don't want to talk, you don't talk to them. Hey there, how are you two? They put their hands on their knees. They weren't talking. Were they waiting for me to say something? No, don't do that. Are you new to Los Ojos? Actually, very noticeably, these 2 people don't have any sort of biometric stuff. What's your take on these radix, folks? Right off the bat? Nice of you to ride Neocab in a Capra town. Only start talking about politics and stuff once we know the person a little bit more, okay? Capra's really trying to push us off the road. Oh no, but now I'm showing that I hate Capra already. And I think they give the cops a direct line to their camera feeds. Just so you know. I probably sound super paranoid, right? You are robots, yes? No. You must tell us if you are a machine. That is the law. Why do you think I'm a robot? Well, we understand that American taxi companies are putting in, what is the word? Robot drivers? Yes, robot drivers, but in self-driving taxis. They still do not drive the car. Oh no, it is for appearances. Having a robot in the car is more comfortable for the customer, you know? More friendly. It has personality. Yes, and more exciting. Self-driving cars are much more efficient, but you cannot carry out a conversation with the car. Well, the purpose of a car is not to have a conversation with the car, it's to bring you to where you want, right? So I would argue it's secondary. Well, you could, with the car's computer, but it would be a disembodied voice. No good. Sterile and unfriendly. Yes, so we hear that companies are putting robots in the taxis. A pilot program. Do we understand correctly? Well, whatever you're talking about, it's not this cab. They got into a Neo cab because they don't know the difference between Capra and Neo cab. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. Kind of a cool idea, I guess. So, my friend and I are having this discussion. We think you are one of these robots. Do I act like a robot to you? Looking like a robot? Anybody can look like a robot. Very much so. You thought we were new to Los Ojos, so you told us what is topical about the city. You initiated a helpful and informative conversation based on available data. You demonstrated basic pattern recognition. Or basic politeness. If I was a robot, do you think I'd tell you? I feel like according to some international laws of robotics, you should have to. Just kidding. I actually am human, folks. I'm clearly a human being. I don't know what kind of robots you guys hang out with, but I'm clearly a human being. You claim to be human? No, I am human. Then you will not object to proving it? The Higgs-Gary! Yes, the Higgs-Gary. It is a verbal test. Simply a few questions. Revealing questions. I like how even though it's just text, you can kind of tell that they're foreigners because they speak a little bit funny in their word choices and the sentence structure. Short sentences. What is Higgs-Gary? Are you quite serious? Wow! It is the foremost assessment tool to distinguish between artificial and human intelligence. Hey, what happened to, what's the one that we have right now called? Oh, freaking can't remember it off the top of my head. The Turing test. What happened to that? No artificial intelligence has ever passed the Higgs-Gary. The Higgs-Gary tests humanity, not knowledge. A robot intelligence can recite all of human knowledge. But that does not mean that it's human. A human is messy, emotional, complicated, beautiful. A robot is optimized and efficient. It is what a human can never be. No. Let us begin. Born ready. He pissed me off back to the neutral thing on my field grid in like one sentence. Your aunt makes a racist comment at your birthday party. Is that a question? Please answer the question. Your aunt makes a racist comment at your birthday party. How racist? You find the remark of significance. Just answer the question, please. Okay. I'd be mortified, but would I yell at her? Personally, if that happened to me, I would probably be fuming inside, but I wouldn't say anything out loud because, you know, something family, and you don't want to piss off your family members and make it all weird, blah 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 blah. And then I'll just hope that it's someone I never see again so I don't have to deal with that. I'd be mortified. You meet your favorite artist. You tell him his earlier work is much better than what he produces now. That is rude. Why did you do that? My favorite artist wouldn't be a man. I actually find that incredibly rude. A lot of people do it. Backhanded compliments. Oh, you were really good, but before, so you're horrible now. I wouldn't do that. But you have. Why? They're forcing us to answer this. If I did do that, it would probably be because I wanted to hurt his feelings. I guess I wanted to hurt his feelings. Ooh. A homeless man picks her pocket. I would call... a homeless man? Well, I would call the police. You have a young son. He asks to see your breast. Jesus, guys. Please answer the question. For breastfeeding or what? I would politely but firmly explain the concept of boundaries. Your pet pig eats your friend's best dress. She wants to watch you discipline it. How long have I had this pig? It doesn't affect the test. Just answer the question, please. I would give back money or something, but I don't know. I don't want to, beat my pig up. I am not disciplining my pig according to her wishes. I would discipline the pig in my own time and in my own way. After intercourse, your husband tells you he would kill a man to protect you. What? He tells you that he has already killed a dog. He tells you that he killed a dog 3 hours ago. He tells you that you knew this dog. What? Was it Higgs or Gary who was obsessed with sex? It doesn't affect the test. But it was Higgs. Yes, it was Higgs. I like how you can pinpoint it down. This is too weird. Please answer the question. Maybe the fact that I keep asking for clarification is a good indication that I'm a human. Yeah? I would go and stay with a friend forever, okay? I'd leave him. I would. And then report him to the police. Your best friend has an affair with your son. They ask you to pay for the abortion! What? Is this the same son who wanted to grab my boob? It doesn't affect the test. Just answer the question, please. I still gotta ask every time. This is hilarious. Oh my god. Oh. I raised my son for 18 plus years and he does this to me? Oh my god. My best friend has an affair with my son. My best friend is married? Oh my god. Why would they ask me to pay for it? Oh my god, is my son underage? Is that why? Because I'm technically responsible for my son? Oh no. I like how we're expanding this scenario here. I don't know if I'd agree. Well, I don't really, if that's what they needed, I'd do it? I don't know. Am I trying to help my son or my best friend? I don't know. How could they do this to me? I would help him though, because it's my best friend and my son, so I don't think I would do this one. Or, I mean this one. The first two, actually. I don't know if I'd agree to that, but I'd try to help him in some way. What is this? Some weird psychological test? Your father sends you worms in the mail. One of the worms still clings to life. I'd call Dad and ask if he was okay. Well, that is the end of the test. And perfect timing, too. We arrived at a club in Liberty Heights, The Haunt. It was hard to say whether the decor was ghost-themed or just black. How'd I do? I'm parking. Is that important? We really do have to go. Yes, it's important. Yeah, I am angry. Wait, you made me take that test and you won't even tell me how I did? What do you think? To be honest, I am finding it quite hard to be certain. Yes, me as well. Where had I gone wrong in my life that people weren't even sure whether I was human? Human! I'm human! Either she is an incredible robot, or a below-average human, yes. That is rude! But it is impossible to be sure. Alright, you've had your fun, okay? We should err on the side of her being a robot. Agreed. What a waste of time. I'm actually angry. These two people are so rude. They even called me below average. What the heck? Uncalled for. Philosophical inquiry into the nature of man is never a waste of time. Normally, I would agree, but we thought she was a robot from the beginning. And we have proven that. I see. So we have learned very little. You know, I feel like it's not out of the realm of possibility that I am a robot. I don't know anything about me, after all. But I'm gonna assume I'm not. Sorry, man. Apology accepted. I was biting my tongue so hard, I could practically taste blood. Human blood. Oh, I forgot about the rating at the end of the ride. Holy crap. We gotta not get angry at them. There was a line for the haunt stretching right around the block. Klaus and Merrick disappeared to join it. We learned that this guy's name was Merrick? I don't even remember that. I'll never get what makes people wait in lines that long for a drink. But what do I know? I'm just a robot. I'm so scared about the rating. Oh, thank you. Perfect driver, a marvel of modern engineering. Yeah, well, you guys are quite works of art too. Sheesh. Alright. Liberty Heights, 1 bar gone. Savy! Perfect timing. So sorry. Lina, as fast as you can. What? 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 WTF? I've been so worried. Oh, actually, she sounds like she's urgent right now. Where are you? What? Oh no. Oh. I'm flooring it. Be there ASAP. An LOPD speed trap nearly nabbed me on the way over. Too close. But I still wasn't fast enough. This was definitely it. The location of Savy's SOS pin. It was just an empty lot in between some abandoned storefronts. I could only see as far as my headlights, but there was no trace of her. No texts since "so sorry" either. I called out her name. Savy? There was no answer. Had I just missed her? If I'd driven here faster, would she be getting into my car right now, laughing off her crazy night? It was so dark, I could barely see the broken bottles all over the ground. This wasn't a good place for anyone to wait around at night, especially alone, especially someone like Savy. Then I saw it. Face down on the curb. Her phone. I grabbed it, and a chill ran up my arms. It was shattered right in the center of the hollow screen, now totally dark and cold. It looked like it had been stepped on. There was a sticker on the back, a punk-looking symbol of a wasp inside a bicycle gear. I sketched it in my journaling app and stashed her phone in my glove box. Is that related to rabbits? Bicycle gear? That explained the radio silence. What had happened here? Someone must have grabbed it from her. Someone who didn't want her texting me. Who would do that? If you knew her at all, you know Savy is not someone you should mess with. My field grid went hard red. That seemed about right. I wondered what Savy's field grid looked like right now. What was she feeling? What was she thinking? All I could imagine was not comforting. I tried to push back my thoughts and focus on what I could do right now. Go to the police? I remembered what Azel had told me about Radix. No cops. My body felt crazy, like I was buzzing with nerves, but at the same time, could barely keep a thought in my head. I had nowhere to go, and no one to help talk things out. All I could do was try to get some sleep. My only option was Crasher, to find a cheap motel or a spare room somewhere. Anywhere but a Capra capsule, if I could afford it. Well, what about Jace? Jace should be texting us, right? But nothing from him either? Oh. I closed up my NeoCap shift. At least I'd hit my quota before my world turned upside down. We might be mad at Savy, but at the end of the day, she is our friend, and if she's not doing well, if we don't know where she is, that's still very worrying. Did I make my daily goal? I don't think so. Spent a little bit too much money. Oh, of course, this costs money too. Can I just sleep in my car? Please? Servo. Well, at the very minimum, we can charge our car, right? This is the cheapest car charging place in the whole city. This place is, but this is pretty cheap too. I don't have enough money for this. $2 difference. But I wonder... Hold on. Oh, these are all Capra though. What the heck? Oh, if I stay at Capra, my mood might be pretty... Oh, I don't know why it does that. My mood might be pretty bad, but it's the closest one. Louisa's home. Shared homestay. This is a freaking Airbnb. Oh, but it's so far away and super expensive. Ah, the cheapest places and the closest places are all Capra. We should treat ourselves a little bit better though. Yeah, why don't we go here? Because it's closest to the... it's so far though! And it's gonna waste an entire bar. One bar costs, if I go here, about $1. Nah, okay, it's probably worth it. We'll go charge up in the morning. Let's just go to sleep for now. Motel Azteca. Queen bed, courtyard view. Vacancy is now at the landmark Motel Azteca. Relaxed lodging with a hot tub. And continental breakfast. Things are already so stressful. We need to treat ourselves better. I wasn't sure how much sleep I'd get, even though I was exhausted. My mind was racing with worries about Savy. But when my head hit the pillow in the Azteca, I went somewhere else. I was back in Cactus Flats, in a room where I'd used to live, floating above all these things I'd owned, all these beautiful little things. Rows and rows of little things, pine cones and seashells. I remembered where I'd gotten each one of them, and the joy I felt was so warm, like the light inside my whole body. I was so happy to be home. I kept floating, and then I wasn't in my nice room anymore, and there wasn't anything in the room, and I couldn't breathe. I went for the door, and it didn't open. I screamed and screamed and screamed until all the air was gone, and I knew I was dying. Then I woke up. The as-advertised 24/7 breakfast was okay, but there were pine cones placed around the trays for decoration. I knew it had to have been a coincidence. Of course it was. But the effort to ignore the thoughts that maybe it wasn't just a coincidence, that maybe the hotel was some kind of portal between the dream world and the real world, but then that would mean all I could summon were pine cones. It all just kind of killed my appetite. Back to work. Oh no, I'm not feeling so good. The memory of what had happened last night was a shadow over everything around me. The desperate text, Savy's smashed phone. I tried to quiet my mind and just feel into my body for a second. This wasn't working. Where the hell was she? This wouldn't be the first time she'd ghosted, but this felt different. And I knew basically nothing about what her life in Los Ojos was like. Savy was headed to a nightclub, but its name? Total mystery. Oh, and she was in some kind of trouble at work, whatever that was. I tried to recall as many details as I could about last night, scribbling in my journal app until my hand ached. Maybe I'd seen that symbol on her phone before, after all. It's Radix. It wasn't a name, but it was a person to track down, in a neighborhood. As long as I met my NeoCab quota, I could stay on the search without losing my job, and leaving LO as a total disaster. Oh, the quota is not self-imposed. It's from NeoCab. What? I have to work. So it's not like Uber, where you can work whenever you want? Oh, man. I'm already starting my next shift. And I'm kinda angry too. Arousal, excitement, or anxiety. Definitely anxious. Oh, man. Last night, dropped off at 9 p.m., rich person dorm. Jace never texted deets. Savy seemed upset. I kinda fucked up at work. Where? Found phone smashed, with weird sticker. Azel's tattoo, Radix. Yeah, Radix. Savy, where are you? Last text, 2 a.m. Lina, fast as you can. Oh no. Oh, whoa, okay. What the fuck? I found her phone. Where have I seen this before? The sticker. Azel's tattoo. We gotta find him then, but we can't just find somebody as a cab driver. Like, doesn't work like that. Carlos Wong. 4 stars. Una St. Clair. All things to all people. Well, she's close by. What's that line here? Yeah, it makes no sense for me to go over there. Let's charge up first. I'd learned the hard way that you gotta grab the charge when you can, and not to wear heels when I'm driving. The asking price was $93 a bar. A pretty sweet deal, actually. Does it change day to day? Because I'm pretty sure this was $94 last night. Get a full charge. I got back on the road. Maybe small fluctuations in the gas prices. Yeah, this is 94. Vape, liquor, Wi-Fi, lotto. Oh dear. I need to get to the cadence, and I need to get there fast. What's that? Cadence? Uh-oh. If I get it wrong, the cadence? Sounds like a hotel? A hotel? It's the casino, the big one. I remember when cab drivers were expected to memorize things like this. I'm new here. Sorry. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just pressed for time. Head to Frontera, north side. That was a straight shot. Easy trip. Bit of an attitude, but if you pay well... Oh no, don't go that way. Rajanimi Square is a mess. You can barely get through. Great, a backseat driver. But you know what? Don't want to piss her off. She sounded like she knew what she was talking about. Especially because I'm new in town, right? So she should know better than me. Fine, I will accept your suggestion. Must be some warning on her holospace. Yeah, the earrings and this magnet thingy here. I can go around. Would you like me to take John Street or Flambeer? Choose one at random. And I do mean random. As random as you can make it. Weird. This was a whole different kind of backseat driving. Psychological. Okay, as random as I can make it. I whispered eeny, meeny, miny. And swerved at the last moment onto John Street. Not Flambeer? You said to choose? Wait. Ah, yes. That's just what I needed. Are we trying to lose a tail or something? Are you about to rob this casino? Do you think it would be wise for me to tell you if I was? Hey, I might be a genius safecracker for all you know. I'm not sure how she would respond to jokes. I guess we'll find out now. Fair enough. No, I was desperate for a bit of chance, a dose of entropy. Randomness, you know? Resets my mind. Sometimes one finds oneself in a rut of predictability. Tell me about it. It's why humor is such a balm. Comedy is based on the unexpected twist. So is horror. And there's a very thin line between horror and comedy. Interesting method. How about I pick a number? Between 1 and hippopotamus. Is that too random for her? Between your hippocampus and mine, thank you. Rude. But no. Not that kind of randomness. No? You don't like people holding up sporks? I need chance with real stakes. Which is why I'm zooming down John towards a casino? Yes, but now... I'm not sure it'll work. The stakes there are high in monetary terms, but they don't actually matter, don't you find? Only if you are rich. I stayed quiet. You've never been inside a casino, have you? Technically. I like to think life itself is a gamble. And the whole world is my house? So that's a no? No. No, the casino definitely isn't going to work. I need to find some entropy that matters. Why? What's this all about? Well, it's simple. Almost obvious. Something is wrong with the world. I agree with you there. Not that kind of wrong. A deeper kind. Sadly, I fear our timeline has become tangled. The universe is made of infinite timelines, always branching based off the tiniest decisions, is perfectly coherent and stable. As long as the branches remain distinct. I waited for her to say more. So you see the obvious danger. Obvious is not quite the word I would have chosen. So if our timeline is tangled up with another one, how do we untangle it? Oh, I think that's well beyond our capabilities. But it's good to know how off-kilter one's reality is. It helps you decide how annoyed to be with friends who constantly reschedule lunch. Connor, for example. Has anyone canceled on you lately? Oh, now that, Una, is a good joke. I thought as much. Tell me what happened. It should help me calibrate. Okay. I told her what had happened with Savy. I was supposed to move in with my best friend, and she didn't show. And now I don't know if she's in trouble. Or hurt. Or maybe just the worst. She listened like my story was feeding her. Maybe I'd get 5 stars out of it, but it was a little creepy. So your friend just vanished? With no explanation? None. And you don't know how to feel about it. It confuses you. Wouldn't you be confused? Perfect. Perfect. I don't know if you caught the part where I said she might be hurt. She ignored me. Now, this next part is crucial. Oh, she's doing some information gathering on me again. Oh no. If your friend hadn't disappeared, where would she be right now? I don't know. I just moved here. Please, just guess. Think in terms of chance, and what if and maybe. Let them wash over you. Oh, I could tell she was never gonna drop it. I might as well indulge her. Okay, if she hadn't just blinked off the map, Savy would probably be... here in my car. Right next to me in the passenger seat, just cruising. Savy blowing perfect vape rings out the window. Calling out compliments to everyone, whether they liked it or not. We be blasting some cheesy mix from high school. It would have been awesome. Yup, that's exactly where Savy should be. She'd be right here with me. She looked around the cab, as if she just noticed it. She would she? I remembered Radix and what Savy had said about being anti-car. Definitely. So maybe she wouldn't be here after all. And remember, she can see this. Even if we don't say things out loud, she notices. Well, drive me around then. Let me feel her absence. I passed a turn that would have taken us to the casino. Una sat like a statue, looking straight ahead. It wasn't the look most packs get when they're reading their screens. But then she was reading space-time? My mind wandered, and I thought about all the maybe Savys in the other timelines. She could be doing so many things. It was part of why I wanted to move in with her again. Maybe dancing to a DJ set. At some underground club. She'd get past a bouncer with a wave of her hand. instead of ditching me to go with someone else. You can pull over here, dear. Thank you. You better give me 5 stars for telling you my life story. That was good. Very useful. I wish I could pay you back in kind and help you locate your friend. Information is obscenely undervalued against coin, don't you agree? Tip me then. Any clue would help. I've got nothing to go on. Well, I can't tell you where she is, I'm afraid, but I can tell you where she was supposed to be. Really? You know your friend even better than she knows herself. At this moment, in a stable timeline, she's at a terrible Berlin techno theme club called Stan's Machine. Oh, am I saying that right? It's not that far from here, in any case. That sounds kinda German. Reminds me of the German guys. You're unbelievable, Una. I think I can use this. Think nothing of it. It's merely a byproduct of my work. So I have to ask, are you a physicist? No, though you're not the first person to think that. Just a quantum statistician. Just think of me as an accountant, except the spreadsheet is very, very large. And you can be simultaneously rich and broke. I don't think I could handle that kind of uncertainty in my Capra cash account. Oh, don't worry about that. Counter-espionage is quite lucrative. In any case. Wait, back up. Counter-espionage? Ah, yes. With a little time, a little luck, and just the right entropy differential, no secret is safe. That's really freaky. The only way to protect your communications from a quantum statistician is to hire a better one. And I'm the best there is, so. Wow. I don't really want to make a fool of myself in front of her. I had so many questions. You'll see. I really must dash. Thank you for the ride and the story. This timeline is indeed as unstable as I feared. And we might even be able to fix it. Wait, we might fix it? She slid out and walked up the sidewalk away from my car, zigging and zagging as she went. It looked random, and the sinking feeling in my stomach, that felt very, very certain. If there really were infinite timelines, did any choices really matter? I reached for my phone to find my next packs. Time to choose again. Oh, a quantum statistician. This timeline is much more advanced than I thought. Wow. So she found where Savy is supposed to be based off information that we have here. What? Oh my god, I can't even wrap my head around this. This is some future crystal ball crap. Thank you for the honesty and the humor and a wonderfully chaotic source of entropy. Thank you. I'm just waiting for it. I know a horrible customer is gonna come up soon. Or at least they should.